have we got over here?
I'm making it very easy. It's going to be Jon Easter back. He's against Robin.
Sticking around. Okay.
He's against Robin Farndon.
Okay, so we're keeping the defenders and bomber list. So that's
The overlay is actually going to be a lot faster to get up this time.
Mm-hmm. So that's all 3 matches has been the same faction against each other, and we haven't seen Scum.
Yeah, we've not seen Scum. The only Scum build I saw was Voitek's Double Jump Master and Fang list. Which also, Audio Weasel, you said that the meta's very boring where you are because everyone's practicing for Worlds. This is actually a practice run for a lot of people who are going to Europeans. So
down in London.
Down London at the UK Games Expo.
And we've seen some unusual lists even then.
Yeah,
but I don't think everyone's using it for.
Maybe not, but
some people certainly
most people certainly are. But I'm really looking forward to this because we've got the master. I do like to call him the master of the Thai SF because he is really, when you think about it, he is a very effective pilot when it comes to that particular list.
Mm-hmm. Robin does really like his Thai SFs, and he is good at flying them.
Yeah, very effective. I'm just going to see if I can find Robin's list now because I know he sent that to me.
So is this actually the effectively the top table?
It is the top table.
This is the top table.
So
okay.
We have got a top table match going on here, but we shall see where it goes. It didn't send to me that way. So where's my email?
Okay, so this will then, because this is exactly 8 players, these will be the only two to have won both of their previous matches.
Yes. And they have. Both have gone undefeated, as far as I understand. So.
I mean, with Swiss in an 8-player in an 8-player tournament, that's how it's going to be in the third match.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Right, Robin, here we go. Voitek Invitational list, because that's what we're calling it.
Yeah.
All right. It is Backdraft and Quick Draw with Omega Leader.
Okay, yeah, that makes...
Which just made me the question. I did see someone make one of these lists, but using Youngster with Rage.
Okay.
So you have Youngster with Rage, giving Rage to the other 2 SFs, who have, I think, Outmaneuver or Duke or another effective EPT, which is like, that is nasty.
Oh.
That is really nasty. Even though I don't know, actually it can't be Duke, because how would you get the evade token? But even still,
Yeah. No, it wouldn't be Duke. They don't have an evade action.
Yeah, that's right, they don't have an evade action. So it was another card, I can't remember what it was.
Might make sense, actually, if you fly them.
If you fly in a particular way, yes. It was another form of upgrade. I'd have to look it up, but all I know is I looked at it and thought, that's really nice. I like that. And also, it gives Youngster some use, because you often see him. Whether it's competitive, probably not, but very fun.
No. Saying that SFs weren't very popular elsewhere, I think they seemed quite popular around here pretty much immediately.
Oh yeah, well, online there was a lot of like, oh, these are useless, they're not going to be any good.
Around here,
around here they've been taking it by storm. Yeah. Everyone's been using them.
Yeah, no, they were popular here pretty much immediately, and I can see why. They're really good.
I think that people looked at them and thought their 2 defense dice wasn't going to do much without thinking what they could do.
What they can do is hurt.
Yes, what they can do is lay on some hurt, especially when it's both Backdraft and Quick Draw together.
Yes, they're a very good pair working in tandem like that. It's really powerful. Audio was suggesting their other EPT might have been Wired, seeing as they are stressed by Rage.
But they get rerolls anyway.
They do.
I can't remember exactly what it was. I think it was actually Veteran Instincts to bring both. Yes, it was. So that I definitely shoot first when it came to Quick Draw.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I move last and definitely shoot first.
Yeah.
That's what it was with Quick Draw. Backdraft, I think it was just Veteran Instincts to bring up to 9, which makes it already very good.
Yeah. Well, here we've got a Backdraft VI, so they're both on 9. Quick Draw with a Crack Shot.
Yes.
And that's it's a standard Omega Leader build.
Yeah, it's very box standard, which is it's one of those. It's a pocket ace which you can just shove in there if you've got a free X amount of points.
Yeah,
which no one's gonna balk at that because it does its job.
Yeah,
and does it very well.
Yeah,
it's annoying.
That's its job.
That's his job. Try and kill me because I know you can't kill me.
Yes.
Or you can expend all your energy trying to kill me and not kill the things that are really dangerous in the list just because I'm annoying.
The question here is, what is going to have a debt to pay?
Well, it'll be whatever Jon
picks. But what would you pick?
Oh, I don't know. Because quick draw gets the double hit. He's going for quick draw. I wouldn't have done that personally. Then again, Backdraft already gets a crit, so I guess you don't want to give him 2 crits.
Backdraft already gets a crit for firing, obviously for firing backwards. Quick draw, this might help get rid of those shields faster. And that's the thing you really want to do on quick draw.
That is true.
Is wipe those shields out as quickly as possible.
That's a good point, actually, because now you've got a bit of quality when otherwise you would have nothing. Mm-hmm. So you have a good point there, actually. That's probably the most tactical decision.
And it makes no sense on Omega Leader.
Of course
it's not going to function.
It's
just not going to work.
Yeah, it's good luck,
Yeah. So, let's see. These TIE SFs, they have light frame.
Yeah, I believe they do have lightweight frame.
Yes, I know Robin likes to fly them with lightened frame, which does a lot to deal with... Oh no, that looks like guidance chips for homing missiles.
They are guidance chips, yes.
Because I know Robin does also like taking them with the lightened frame, which does a lot to mitigate that 2 agility issue.
Which everyone complained about, but I don't think... For the damage they deal, they earn back their keep.
I think they do, but if you're not putting anything else in that slot, then then lightened frame to keep them alive just that bit longer.
Let's put it this way: they're top table in a admittedly very small pool of players, but still top table. Mm-hmm. You can't deny that is an achievement, regardless. You also don't discount the homing missiles; they are very effective, especially since Quick Draw has got crack shot on her. So she can simply say goodbye.
Yes. That's going to. Okay, so and they have the pilot skill advantage here, being higher entirely.
That was it, actually. It was crack shot what they had, and then they had youngster with rage. So they rage and they can crack shot and one of the defense dice down.
Ooh,
yes,
ooh, painful.
So both quick draw and backdraft rage, electronic baffle. Quick draw electronic baffles gets her shot, re-rolls, conversions, all that, and then can crack shot as well.
Now here they both have fire control systems.
Yeah.
So that's not an electronic baffle on quick draw.
That is unusual, but probably actually for the better.
I mean, it does. The thing with electronic baffle is you are sacrificing your own hit points.
Yeah, you
for the
are.
Extra
you
shot.
You're basically doing your opponent's work for you. So,
but you're hoping to do more damage than you take. It's
in theory.
It's the hope.
Yeah, the hope.
Obviously.
Yeah, it's got to deal with this. So
Sure.
I'm going to bring up the overlay, so you can all see what's going on.
Mm-hmm. And it seems like, obviously, as Robin set up last, it looks like he is aiming for this head-on joust.
Which doesn't surprise me. I think
not in the slightest.
His list very much is a jousting list.
Yeah, the SFs do like a head-on joust, especially with those missiles to just pummel some damage. He takes pride in being able to take out defenders on the first round.
He does take pride in that, doesn't he?
Usually X7s, because obviously they're harder.
I'm going to quickly go and find out which one is which, so
we
don't get confused here.
So that's... okay, so Jon's starting with by charging in fast, which I think makes sense. He probably wants to. He's going to want to get his try and get his shots off as quickly as he can against whatever it is he's trying to blow up first. if you can get homing missiles against quick draw, then that obviously increases the chances of being able to just wipe off those shields in one shot, which is pretty much the ideal thing to do there. Quick draw becomes significantly less dangerous once her shields are gone.
Quick draw is the one closest to the edge.
Okay, quick. In that case, they are already numbered correctly. That's good.
That's extremely good luck on my part. No, I planned it that way. Exactly as I planned it.
Okay, John's starting with a fast approach, just charging straight ahead. But then what am I going for a little bit slower? Okay.
Okay, sorry about that, everyone. What is that hedge?
That's
a long link. That's a long link.
That's a link to a squad builder, although I think it's not actually linked properly.
No, I don't think it's linked properly either. Let's find out. Let's see if I copy that link here. Yeah, it's not loading. It's not liking it.
Yeah. Well, half of the link isn't actually being thought of as a link.
Yeah, which is unusual. But yeah, yeah, it happens.
Computers, I don't.
Well, this is either going to go very badly for someone, or very good for someone else, or it's just going to end up in a bloodbath because they're not turning away. It's a game of chicken here on X-Wing right now.
They're absolutely just going for that joust.
And I don't think anyone's going to turn away.
No. I think they're going to go and something's going to die.
Actually, I don't know. Robin could be coy and get close to engagement and then bank backdraft to the right and catch Riyadh in the rear arc, adding a crit. Oh.
Apparently it's a quick draw swarm leader with 4 black crack ties. Which...
sounds nasty.
That sounds painful. That sounds very painful.
We don't want to be on the receiving end of that.
No.
What lists have really been calling to you lately?
I mean, the last couple of things I've really been building for have been a Joker tournament and escalation. So I don't know. I really like the last escalation tournament. As I said, I took all of the rebel ties,
and it worked quite well for you, didn't it?
It worked well. As I said, I came 7th in the end with that, which was better than I was expecting it to go, to be honest. But
yeah, I don't think you walked into that thinking I'm going to do well. You just thought I'm going to have some fun.
Fly something silly.
Yeah,
but I like the rebel tie. I really like it as a thing. Like, I think all of the pilots are reasonably solid.
They are very good pilots.
Like, Zeb survives longer than you expect for something, cheap and blocky, effectively.
Yeah.
Rex is more or less a cut rate Biggs.
Yeah.
Just someone to be irritating. Sabine's maneuverability is
3 points max. Gura, I take it that Hedge lost to you by 3 points.
He did in the final round. Yeah, no. I faced Hedge with who brought another pile of rebels. And yeah, it was a very close match.
Although I did hear there was a game out there which was very close. It was Voitek versus David Lincoln's list. So Voitek's Double Jump Masters and Fen Rao versus David Lincoln's Kanan Lebo list.
Okay.
And it came down to Fen Rao Kanan, and Lebo.
Okay.
Lebo and Kanan both on one hull left. And and David said he managed to win with Lebo just on 1 point of hull. So that was a close game. And I would love to have that on the stream, but oh well. It's always seems that the good ones happen off stream. And then again, we have some great ones on stream as well.
We do. We've had some good matches.
We had some good matches today.
And this one is either going to be really quick or really interesting, or maybe both.
Maybe both. I agree with you, Wizzle. Dormit's deployment is unusual.
Yeah.
But I can't figure a way to make it really work effectively. Like, great, you get better deployment options, but...
It's a little bit like New Han in that respect. It's
Exactly.
an interesting idea.
It's a nice idea, but how do you get it to work effectively?
Like, they were clearly they were trying to figure out what they hadn't done stuff with yet, and they hadn't messed with deployment. Or had stuff that does deployment differently to standard. But yeah, I don't know.
I was thinking, could you use New Han to drop a bomb on someone? With like slam or something, advanced
slam, beam crew.
Yeah, then a bomb. Yeah.
Yeah, you could.
You could. Whether it's a good idea or not isn't the question. And then just GTFO,
Yeah, have him start off with, I'd say, proton bomb. Because putting up face-up damage cards before they get into do anything range.
As Oliver says, it's like the players both scream, "Let the dice decide!" And that's pretty much what it's coming down to here.
More or less, they are not backing
They're not backing
They
off.
are absolutely not backing away here. They're just gonna chuck the ships in
and see what happens.
Figure out what they do. Just it's going to be range 1 shots all around for pain. Something's dying.
Yeah, I agree.
Something is leaving the board. Probably more than one. Probably something on both sides. I have no idea what. Knowing Robin, I think he'll try to take down a defender. But it looks like he's aiming for a... Oh, he has locked...
A target lock.
A lock on Vessery. He wants to kill Vessery.
Yeah. Well, I'm not surprised, because Vessery is probably the most efficient one on the list with his ability to get target locks, which from Riyadh's target locks, essentially.
Yeah, and score to settle.
And with a score to settle, and with a pilot skill advantage as well.
Yes.
You need to be able to wipe that thing off the board. And let's see if Robin can live up to his promise of being able to wipe a defender off the board in the first round of engagement. Homing missiles,
missiles into that defender.
That makes sense. Yep. So here comes
completely.
Oh,
he's re-rolling those with his
guidance
chips there, and he's
3 hits,
and that's it. 3 hits. And that's spent the lock. He's getting it back.
He's getting it back because of fire control system.
Yep.
So there we go.
And that's 3 dice, which...
Evade, focus. He's got a focus token, so he can avoid taking a hit, but it would affect his quality.
It would. But will he allow himself to drop a shield for keeping...
I think he's taking a shield off.
He's taking a shield.
He's taking the shield.
I think that makes sense. He wants to get he wants to be able to force damage through. And that's going to be another homing missile shot onto
Come on, Robin. Come on, Robin. You can do this. Your dice tend to favour you. Not today, it seems.
He has the lock.
He does have the lock, which spend it. You might as well.
I mean, you got
to get it back, so do it.
It's whether or not he's going to re-roll the focus token was the focus result.
Probably the best. Is if he's not got focus.
No, he's changed his mind. He's keeping the focus result. And that one's going from his... Yeah, and that's focusing up. And that's...
the full range there. And a score to settle.
And he has a score to settle. Well, no, he has a debt to pay.
That's a debt to pay, yeah.
Turning for a crit. And that's...
not enough. I think that's 2 evades there. But that's still a crit through. Or is that all...
No,
spending the focus. Yeah.
Spending the focus.
Yeah, so he takes 1...
He's... No, that's
2.
2.
Both shields gone.
Both shields gone. That was a... Well, that was a full 4.
That was a full...
From Robin
and crack shot.
Oh, and crack
shot as well.
Just force those shields off. Because now, if... now Omega Lead is going for the range 1, and the defense can't be modified.
Yeah.
Because it's Omega Leader.
It's Omega Leader, yes.
For the best possible chance at...
Focus that bad boy up. Look, it's 3 hits. Defender can't modify. Do it. Oh, he's spending the target lock first. He could roll blanks, though. Not today.
Doesn't. That looks like a... Is that a crit on one of them?
That is hitting a crit.
Okay.
That could kill Vessery if it's a very bad dice roll.
It looks like it's...
It looks like it's all focus results. Juke it down.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Vessery is going to take
he couldn't
one...
focus because he doesn't have a focus token.
A crit.
And what is that crit?
It's not important enough to draw a damage card, I don't think. But it looks like it's injured pilot or something. I'm going to quickly go and find out because that could be extremely important.
Either way, that's Vessery dropped down to 1 hull.
In the first engagement.
But now it's Jon Shot's back. So... Ooh. Well, good night to you too.
There is a console fire inside that.
That's a little worrying. Well, it means we know what he's doing for his action next turn.
Good night, Audio Weasel. Thank you for joining us. You'll find the rest of this game on YouTube when you're next to be able to join us. Right. Okay, so that can actually kill Vessery by itself. Really?
Well, he's going to fix it. That's going to be the only logical action to do in his next turn, which I assume will be a 4K behind those ISFs, which is still not quite but it's Jon Shot's now, and it looks like he's deliberating on target,
because if he shoots at quick draw and takes the shields off, quick draw can then shoot back at Vessery.
Kill Vessery.
Yes. So really, the best target is backdraft, but then quick draw is still an issue, which will eventually have to be dealt with.
This is true.
So it becomes, do you want to try and do damage and remove all the shields on quick draw, but lose Vessery, which actually, if quick draw is going to get an attack that only does 1 damage... probably the best time, rather than have Riyadh deal with possibly a full attack later.
On the other hand, Omega Leader spent his but Vessery doesn't have the modification because Riyadh's is on backdraft.
Yeah.
So it looks like where's that scimitar?
The scimitar is hanging back.
No. Where's its target lock?
That's
that
is just behind.
There's a target lock on both backdraft and quick draw, which means
either target Vessery can get a target lock.
On, yeah.
But that, as I say, the thing is, because if he doesn't take down quick draw gets a free attack on the next target that attacks him, which most likely is going to be Riyadh or the scimitar.
Yeah.
Which means that regardless, she's going to get an attack. So
yeah.
Would you rather have quick draw waste a good 3 attack dice hit on Vessery, just take that 1 attack hit off, or do you want to risk it later where Vessery could get all her whole shield or all her hull taken off? I would think the best thing is have the shot be wasted on Vessery. I personally think that's my opinion, but I don't know what's the best choice. I mean, at the end of the day, you're losing a ship, but I think that's going to happen anyway, because unless you all focus on...
Unless he goes
backdraft.
for quick draw to have Vessery existing for Robin to have a problem with in the next turn. Like Vessery's going to die next turn.
Yeah.
That's going to happen now, at this point. So whether he sort of... He's going for
backdraft.
I could see the argument either way there.
Yeah, it's a difficult one. Two focus, but of course re-rolled because of... And that's 3 hits onto backdraft. Backdraft with 2 defense dice. There's... no lightweight frame. And the tractor beam.
Yes, because these are tie Ds. He actually has 4 shots on his things.
Yes.
In total.
Oh, John, don't use your fingers, man. That's just a bit too...
putting him in for the range 1.
True. However, I think this actually could work to Robin's favour because now we can easily sloop and not have to worry about it.
True. If backdraft survives...
Assuming he does survive, that is correct.
Because this is now 1 die against 4, still target lock.
3 attack dice hits, and the 4th to range 1 focus, nothing there, so it's just 3. This would kill as an evade.
And that's 2 shields away.
That's 2 shields gone off backdraft.
And now Riyadh has but Riyadh has Ion.
Yes, that is a good point there. I didn't consider that.
Riyadh has Ion, and Backdraft has 1 agility.
Speaking of Ion, this is the Ion shot. He's wondering whether he really wants to Ion the SF or not, and I think he's decided, I want to Ion that ship.
I think he does, because then that will remove its, just get rid of its all of its shields.
Which, there you go.
And now he's got 4 dice against it to try to wipe it off the board.
Yeah.
Which I think he really wants to do. If he can just get Backdraft gone,
there you go.
Which is possible at this point.
Very much likely.
Okay.
In fact, it's
actually
impossible.
guaranteed. That's gone.
That's gone. So unfortunately, not today. Backdraft does take the full damage and gets destroyed.
Yeah, one of those is 2 of those are quits. No, 3 of those are quits.
All those
Jesus
are
Christ!
Wow.
That was okay. Backdraft is just gone.
I still think the better target would have been Quick Draw, but that's just me.
But now he has the Scimitar Squadron with its missiles,
Which locked on Quick Draw.
Locked on Quick Draw. This might be when he goes for it.
Yeah.
He might have been
but it's still going to create Quick Draw an opportunity to take down Vessery.
True.
Regardless of when it happened, she was going to lose a shield this round at some point, unless he wants to forgo the fact he's got the target lock and go
for Omega Leader.
Which it
looks like he might be.
He might actually. Which, if he's doing that, it's not a bad call.
It's not a terrible idea. It does mean that Robin will have to waste time next turn finishing off Vessery, and gives Vessery a chance to be able to modify and get another shot back.
Yes. Oh, no, he's going for Quick Draw.
No, he's going for Quick Draw.
He's going for Quick Draw, it seems.
He's going for Quick Draw.
He's made the decision, and he's pointed at Quick Draw.
He's going to abandon Vessery and go for Quick Draw.
And he's using his own homing missiles.
I mean, obviously, he's going to at that. If he was going to go for Quick Draw, he's going to get
2 hits.
2 hits and a focus, and then he's going to spend the target log to go again. Still blanks, so that's going to be 3 hits.
Wow.
So that's a shield gone, at least.
That's just a shield gone.
Oh, that's the worst thing.
That's the worst thing that Jon could have happened there, yeah.
No, that's the...
That's absolutely terrible, because now Quick Draw's going to get another activation next turn, and if she manages to avoid it again...
Yeah, and now
Quick Draw's going to finish off Vessery. Ouch.
Yeah, and that's a target lock.
Yep.
And a score.
And a score to settle.
A debt to pay.
Oh, debt to pay. Oh, dear.
And the debt is paid.
It seems the debt is about to be paid. Unless he rolls perfect, Vessery is dying.
Yeah. But he could, and no, that's a blank.
That's a blank.
That's so
that's 2 blanks.
That's 1 evade.
That's Vessery gone.
Yeah.
So it's very much... We have an instance where the question is, would it be better... What target would have been better? And I still think that the best time he could have done is done that earlier.
And then Quick Draw would have no shields and possibly be dead.
Exactly.
And Quick Draw is now in a very dangerous position because still having 2 shields.
Yeah. So effectively, she's now doubled her efficiency in this game.
She has.
And if she does it for a 3rd time, that's triple the efficiency. Because you really kind of buy Quick Draw with the knowledge that she's probably going to get her ability to proc once.
Yeah.
But with 3 at the maximum, if you're very, very lucky.
Yeah.
But Robin
means she's got minimum 2 goes.
Yes.
Which means you're up on Quick Draw now. Yeah.
Also taking out Vessery.
And Vessery's gone.
Has actually left an opening for maybe a sloop as well.
Yes.
But then again, it's a TIE SF. It doesn't care about arc. It could just go forward and not have to worry about that.
True, but it's going to want to turn around at some point.
Oh, yes.
And Omega Leader is... I assume Omega Leader is going to K-turn. The question is how fast Riyadh is going to K-turn.
Oh, come on, that's going to be a 2 because...
Yeah, it makes more sense.
It makes more sense. It's the slowest manoeuvre. You end up right next to where Quick Draw is, meaning you definitely know you're going to catch them in arc. They can't escape. The ship cannot escape its own arc.
Yeah.
Therefore, even if they were to go at 5 speed forward screaming as fast as they could, they're not going to get away from you.
Yeah. And a 2 will put it landing just before that rock. More or less where Backdraft used to be.
Yes.
Yeah, no, a 2-4, a 2K there. But then this Scimitar Squadron, who is now too close to be able to establish a new target lock, is presumably going to want to disengage to come back when it can actually do things.
Yeah, I agree.
At this point, because that is obviously this is when you see the downside to the long range scanners, you get the fully modified shots in your when you first get to the exchange, but it takes you a very long time to set up your next shot.
Yeah, you have to get away from the engagement then.
And considering that first shot was literally the worst it could have been.
Yeah. All right. So a 3 bank here from the Scimitar Squadron
aiming
pilots.
for a block perhaps on maybe, although Omega Leader's going to do a K-turn, and that's going to go past it.
Yeah, I personally think that Robin might just gone full speed forward, and just to bypass, get distance, come back again at a later time.
Possibly. Because Omega Leader wants to be able to establish his target lock.
Yes.
When he can, and a K-turn will stop him from doing so.
All right.
Yeah, that's the 2K. That's the 2K.
Exactly as I thought.
Yeah.
It clears the stress while also not going too far forward.
Puts him in a good position.
Puts him in a perfect position, actually. I can remove this because Backdraft has since bit the dust.
That's true. The only one left there is Quick Claw.
Yep, so I can actually move both, which is handy.
Oh, good, we don't have numbers clustering up the screen.
Yes. Right. Which actually I should have done the defenders, although it's quite easy to tell which one's Riyadh, which one is. Yeah. I'm so used to seeing a red TIE defender and think that's Riyadh.
Well, because it's hers.
Because it is hers, yeah.
She's the one with a red defender.
Yeah. But really, I should kind of be eyeballing that for people. But I guess live and learn.
I think most people do put Riyadh in the red one if Riyadh's there.
Well, don't forget, we have viewers who watch us occasionally who don't play X-Wing.
That's true. So, they might not know.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if anyone is watching, Riyadh flies red.
Yeah, Riyadh is red. Generally speaking, because even the art for her card shows her flying a red TIE defender.
in sort of the old canon, her TIE defender was a custom red one.
Well, there you go then.
The reason it was a red one, it's not Royal Guard painted. It's Riyadh's personal defender.
I did always wonder about that, because I didn't know about Riyadh. I'll be honest. She's one of the few characters who I heard about, which I didn't know anything about. But I didn't know she actually had a box in a red. Very nice use of the scimitar to actually block.
That was a successful block.
The question is
that I think Riyadh.
I don't think Riyadh has arc. She might actually not have arc, which that would be incredible if Robin has got that one out of the way.
But that's Quick Draw there.
Oh my god, Quick Draw managed to evade both Riyadh's arc and get an arc of the scimitar. That's impressive.
If so, then she is going to be very happy.
Yeah, that's really good.
And target locking the scimitar.
She must be, because she's fine. So she's going to have a perfect shot at the scimitar.
She's going to hurt that thing. Oh, there.
She most certainly is going to hurt that thing.
That is painful, and that was cocked.
As a focus result.
That's a focus result.
But
that looks like hit crit.
Yep. And there's one evade, which he's going to one focus, which he turns to an evade.
So that's hit crit on the bomber.
Oh.
And that's a thrust control fire. So a stress.
Ouch, so because the bomber can't K-turn. That could be important.
That could be very important. That bomber definitely wanted to K-turn as soon as possible.
I don't think next round, though, because I think the asteroid would have nixed that plan. But still.
True, but it wanted to soon.
Yeah.
So presumably it's going to...
And now they're checking Riyadh, because she's not got arc and quick draw, but she might have arc on Omega Leader.
And Omega Leader is currently tokenless. No, well, has
an evade token. Oh, they're going to probably need to judge.
Yeah, go check. This is very important, because at the moment Riyadh can modify against Omega Leader if she has a shot. And that's at range 1. Oof. Ugh. No shot. No shot, which is going to be frustrating for Robin.
Yeah, that's...
As Hedge points out, it works both ways, but it doesn't because Omega Leader's facing the wrong way.
Yes. Yeah. Ooh. But still, the fact that Robin was able to guess that he... Do you think he predicted the bump? But use it to his advantage? Quick draw.
No, that's Omega Leader.
Actually, that's a good point, because they both have the same profile, so maybe we should...
They do. The only way you can tell is there's a bit of red on Quick Draw.
Yeah, so there we go.
We can't see that right now.
There we go. So there's Quick Draw, quite categorically. I didn't think of that. I thought, they're both SFs, but then I realised, hang on, they got the same profile as a normal TIE Fighter.
Yeah, the only difference is a red bit.
Which you can't really see.
Which you can't see, because it's currently being blocked by the wing.
Yeah.
There you go. So yeah, no, Omega Leader would not have a shot back because he's facing the wrong way.
Yeah, numbers are now up, or at least a number's up, which should be enough because you now know which one's Quick Draw, so therefore you know which one's Omega Leader.
Yes. TIE Fighters. I didn't know it was going to be an arc. I thought it was going to be an arc, and if it was an arc, it could have been the end of Omega Leader. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what Jon was hoping for.
Which now is a case of, where does Riyadh go now?
Well... I mean, she's going to want a K-turn again.
But is she? Or does she want to go slow?
Oh, if she go... That's a good point. If she goes slow, then... Her slowest is 2 forwards. If she does, let's see. Omega Leader is definitely going to want a K-turn here, because that's the only... Yes. Or sloop. K-turn or sloop. But turn around in some way. Quick Draw, though... Because Quick Draw can shoot backwards.
Yes.
So might be willing to forgo turning around now in favour of actions.
Of course, it could just turn in. Can it do 1 hard?
I can't remember.
I'll check. I'm pretty sure it can do 1 hard. Part of me is saying it's red. And I think it is red, but let's have a look. Special Forces tie. Yes,
it can do a 1 hard turn in red.
So it can also do a 2-turn, ideally.
A 2-turn in white would be possibly not a bad call.
No, you'd be risking the fact that Riyadh could block you.
Riyadh could block you, and then you'd end up with a...
But then she's blocking you, so she's not attacking you.
This is true.
So it's not a terrible thing to happen, actually.
No, because that bomber is not going to be getting its good shot for a while.
No.
Also, it's going to be wanting to do green. Because of that stress it just got.
Which, if it turns right, then it has to go around the asteroid, or at least K-turn and then come back.
Yeah, it's doing.
But it's going left. Oh, that's very close there. Very, very close.
Okay, but it looks like it's made it.
It does look like it's made it.
It just makes it through. Okay, so now it's got its clear run to escape 5k next turn and come back.
Yes, it does.
Presumably.
Presuming the SFs, or the SF and the FO, don't just turn towards it.
Assuming it lives.
Yeah, and assuming it lives. There's that caveat as well.
But yeah, isn't there always?
Yes, that's true. The real question is, Riyadh. One bank.
One bank, which
would block the 2-turn.
Yes.
Let's see if Robin predicted this one, because if he's done a sloop, or a bank and then barrel rolls, it's his. You know, Jon's doing a great job of trying to block Robin.
He really is. But
Robin is very skilled.
Yeah, that Mark II engine on Riyadh definitely helping there. Oh, and a barrel roll.
And a barrel to... okay, so now...
He's trying to block the sloop.
I don't think about blocking the sloop, but he's trying to make sure he catches the Quick Draw, I think is the key point. Which now, if Quick Draw does a 2-turn and then barrel rolls, then he's going to be right then.
Yes.
So, depending on what Robin has fixed in, which, to be fair, the sloop is the obvious manoeuvre. Now, whether Robin has detected that and decides, I'm going to go unusual...
For Omega Leader, certainly.
Yes. That's the thing, actually. If Omega Leader does a 2-turn, he... Oh! Hold on.
You've let go.
You've kind
moved
of
it
committed
now.
at that point.
I think he's accepting that he's
Yeah,
committed.
yeah. I mean, I'm not. It was awkward because are we treating this like tournament rules, or are we just doing funsies?
I don't know.
I'd have to talk to Voitek about that one.
There's no prize support.
Yeah,
and that's the hard one.
If quick draws and a hard one, oh my god.
But that's no arcs for anybody, and that's red.
No, look.
Apart from the scimitar, who's in trouble.
The scimitar is in trouble. It's got Omega Leader about to unload at range 1 at it, and it's taking a target lock for good measure.
Because
why not? So where is quick draw going?
Quick draw's 1 bank.
Oh. Which, ooh.
No, that's a reasonable position for it, actually. It still has its shields at this point. It's like she's going to get her double tap on Riyadh.
I'm not sure. It's another close arc line. If it's, I'm pretty sure Riyadh has arc on it, but you never know.
You never know. I think. Well, we're going for the shot.
Why not?
Well, yeah. And that looks like a lot.
Crit, hit, crit.
Ow. Riyadh isn't happy with that.
No, she's not.
She's, ooh dear.
Well, it's either crit, hit. It's 2 crits no matter what, but...
and that's some...
Blank focus.
Oh, that's not what she wanted. And she's got to spend it to not take even more damage.
But then she realises, but I'm going to be taking another shot if I shoot at this thing. Do I really want to do that? I guess a crit could kill a quick draw if it's direct hit.
Quick draw's lost and still has 2 shields. And 3 hull.
Providing that, but that's true actually.
3 hull.
But 4 dice at range 1.
4 dice at range 1.
2 shields, a hull, and then direct hit for the last 2.
Could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so the Scimitar Squadron pilot Scimitar Squadron pilot takes a damage engine.
That's hard turns
of red. That's going to make it even more harder for that thing to come back into the fight at some point. Not that it really matters, because it's probably going to be living on K turns from this point forward, but...
True.
We'll see how that goes. Move the number. Now comes...
he's going for the shot, and that's 2.
Interesting.
And that's...
Oh, there must be a weapon malfunction in there. Ion, and a shield, and quick draw gets her attack.
It was because it was an ion. It's a secondary weapon, it doesn't get the range 1 bonus.
Oh, yeah, but now quick draw gets her attack, and she's now lost a shield. But I guess probably that's actually effective. And... ouch.
And that's a very painful shot from quick draw.
Was that worth it, quick draw? Was that really worth it?
He had to go for it, to be honest.
Oh!
Otherwise, I think that might be...
That's dead Riyadh, I think.
That is
dead Riyadh.
Yeah.
There's nothing that can survive that. Yeah, and I thought is Riyadh was going to turn quick draw into Swiss cheese,
and that's a
direct hit as well.
And damaged engine.
And what's the last one?
And
that's it.
A card.
That
was a face down damage card for the last one.
Well, regardless, Riyadh is now dead.
Okay, Robin's got this then.
That tires. Although it is worth mentioning that simultaneous fire
does exist
because it interrupted the card effect. Yes, because it interrupted the original tie D effect.
Yes.
However, I don't think Quick Draw took anything after that exchange.
No.
Which even if it did.
Which means Quick Draw still has a shield. So, even if the Scimitar Squadron gets another shot, which I think is unlikely.
Very unlikely.
Quick Draw got the perfect efficiency.
Game over, man. Game over.
No. Yeah. Robin has got this one now.
A
Scimitar Squadron cannot take out Quick Draw, no major.
Also, Cynics, take notice, 2 TIE defenders just ate it to Quick Draw.
Yeah.
Or Quick Draw and Backdraft together. 2 TIE SFs.
The SF is fantastic. The SF is really good.
Yeah, so Cynics.
I need another one.
Yeah, I've got 2. Yes.
I only have 1. I need another one.
I knew as soon as I saw that thing that having 2 would be useful, and so I made sure that I picked up a second one.
The next things I'm getting, another SF and another Rebel TIE.
Although an absolute crazy person inside me wants to try 4 SFs just with the title. Just because it sounds fun.
4 generic SS.
Yeah.
You never know. You never know. See what it does.
You never know. Probably it's not going to be very good, but yeah.
It might be interesting.
It'll be interesting. That's what it would
That's
be.
good enough, right?
Yeah. John is really thinking hard about this one.
Well, Quick Draw is ioned.
That is true.
So... But...
He can't...
Omega Leader's... Like... So, Quick Draw's not going to get a shot on the on the Scimitar Squadron this time.
No.
Because she's just going to drift a little bit.
But
that's fine.
That's fine.
Because then she drifts, she does a hard 2 next turn, everything's fine.
Is he trying for a barrel roll to catch arc on that thing?
Well, that's red.
Oh, that is red, yes.
Because of that damaged engine.
In that case, he won't catch the arc there. Although it does setting up quite nicely for next round.
He's still not going to get his missiles. Ever. And a bump on Omega Leader, which I think might be what he was aiming for.
Maybe. It definitely did take Robin by surprise.
Yeah.
That's for certain.
He wasn't expecting that hard turn.
No, I think he was. I think
I
he
was
was
expecting a 5k.
Yeah, I was expecting the K as well. And here's the one
that's
forward.
Obviously a 1 forward.
Which doesn't catch arc.
No, there's no shooting this turn.
Unless someone decides to barrel roll.
Unless someone decides to barrel roll, yeah, which is a very good point. The SF can barrel roll.
And it does have a shot
Yes.
at range 1 now as well.
At range 1, unmodified, but hey.
Hey, why not? I can shoot you.
Yeah, go for it. And that looks like 2.
Take that 2.
Establish the target lock from fire control systems. And
2 evades. It's yeah.
what's that do?
No, it's a focus. An evade and
Okay,
focus.
so that's 1 more damage off the Scimitar Squadron,
Oh,
which now has 2 hull.
Even if he would have somehow take out Quick Draw, there's still that Omega Leader which can still kill that bomber.
Yeah, no. Robin's 1.
Yeah, there's no dispute with that.
But it's...
The question is now, what does the bomber do? I think the bomber's going to try and pull a 1 bank to clear the stress, but also block the sloop, even though it doesn't really need to sloop. So maybe Robin's going to try. If anything,
I'd say Robin tries to go past the bomber and shoot it backwards,
or turn away, turn left, and engage it that way.
Yeah.
Depends where the bomber's going to go.
Yeah, a 2 hard turn left will get him his back arc.
Very
most
easily.
likely. I say most likely. If he doesn't, he can barrel roll.
And then a 1 hard turn by the SF to not the FO
By the FO.
so Omega Leader would 1 hard turn left because she'll end up about where the scimitar is, which means the ship a ship cannot escape its own arc.
This is true.
So therefore, he would be able to shoot at the bomber. The only question is then what the range is. So
yes, but of course the bomber won't be able to modify its defense dice because Omega Leader. So this is really
going through the motions, really.
More or less.
And the 1 bank, I did think whether that was going to be the option. Although a sloop from the SF would cause that thing to go right past and catch it in arc.
It depends.
Is that not... That isn't green on the bomber. That's actually white. No. I forgot about that. That is
and
the 2
that's
there.
That's a sloop. No, that makes sense. That makes a certain amount of sense. I'm just making sure, to be honest. I mean, Robin's in finishing off mode.
Okay, that's very good by John to actually predict what Robin's going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Robin is now being easily predicted, and unfortunately the sloop is blocked next turn by the asteroid.
Yes.
So John could use this to his advantage, although I still can't see John clawing his back.
He's got a stressed 2-hull TIE bomber that's being shot at range 2.
By Omega Leader.
Without a target lock, though.
That's true.
But...
that would do it!
Duke is available.
That is true. Duke is available. And we are duking today.
And Duke to 2 focus
results. 2 focus results.
Which kills it.
Kills it. Over.
That's it. Okay, well...
That I have to admit, I was not expecting the outcome. I kind of we saw how powerful John's list was last time.
Very.
However,
I think
SFs are... I don't think it's just the SFs. I think it's the experience that Robin has flying.
Robin knows how to use SFs.
That is the key factor.
He flies them a lot.
Oh yes,
and he does know what they do.
Oh, certainly. That guy can fly.
He can fly them, and he specifically designed them to take out defenders.
There you go. And that's what you have to do. You kind of have to... Defenders are common.
Defenders are everywhere. This was an unusual kind of defender because it's a D, but those are easier to kill.
Still, yeah, easy to kill. It's like, oh, you're not using your... You're not got any evade tokens. Just easier thing for me to kill.
Yeah.
Although I think the tractor beam did present a bit of an issue, which is why I think also Vessery was the main target as well.
Yeah, he wants to remove that tractor beam because the 2 agility and then being dragged into range 1. Like if the tractor,
it killed Backdraft essentially.
If he tractored onto quick draw, pulled quick draw into range 1, then that would have wiped quick draw's shields very quickly, and we'd have seen something very different.
Interesting interaction. Quick draw, would the barrel roll or boost from that come into play before or after she would get her attack?
The tractor beam doesn't do damage.
It doesn't, so therefore...
of
course, so you couldn't, yes.
Which means the shield token hasn't been removed so necessarily before. So if you can move it so quick draw wouldn't get the shot after the second fire...
Effective.
Do it. They wouldn't be able to happen here because it was a head-on.
Do you think the mistake was him going for Backdraft?
Possibly. Because quick draw's shields would have gone pretty much instantly. And he wouldn't have had to deal with that other... the crack shot had already been gone by that point.
Yes.
But, yeah, no, I think wiping out quick draw might have been a better call.
Who knows? But I think that was the case. But yeah, it's been a good day. You know, it's unusual to be doing a tournament on a Wednesday night, and we finished early. It's 9:30.
Oh,
so a bit earlier than I was expecting.
Oh, okay. I was that's like an hour.
Yeah, I think
half an hour early.
I think we started at 6, which actually it shows that we can get 3 rounds done in just under 3 hours. So
yeah,
or just over 3 hours.
Just over 3 hours.
So which makes sense. But yeah, it's been a good day.
I think that means Robin wins the Voitek Invitational.
Yeah, Robin wins the Voitek Invitational, which I have to admit it would have been awkward if Voitek won the Voitek Invitational.
It's
hey, Audio Weasel, you just missed it. You missed.
Yeah.
Let me show him the overlay.
Yeah.
You just missed TIE SFs taking out 2 TIE defenders. Yes.
So you go to the people who are doubting the SFs. And you show them that.
You show them this video, which will be up on YouTube within the next couple of days.
And then that's what SFs can do.
Yes,
they can wipe defenders.
Yes, they can wipe defenders and a 2 defenders and a TIE bomber off the board.
Yeah, the SF is fantastic.
Yeah,
it's such a good little ship.
It's really effective.
Very
and the way
so.
Robin builds it, not just the way he built it, but as before, how he flies it.
He knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing. He knew exactly what to do when to do it.
Absolutely.
He got it blocked a few times by Jon. However, he was able... Early on, he was able to predict where Jon wanted him to be. I mean, he avoided a shot from Rayad, something which you could say is very difficult to do, given how she can K-turn on a dime.
Yeah.
So...
I mean, I think... I think Jon would have preferred a longer approach, but he didn't have the choice.
Yes.
Robin had the choice. An advantage of high pilot skill. But I think Jon, after that initial engagement, I think Jon flew very well.
Yeah, and the fact that...
managing to block so frequently, that was...
And although I do say I think that Robin got very lucky when Quickdraw was shot, that he only lost the 1 shield. Because if that didn't happen... Yeah. Then again, if he had lost 2, it'd been fine. Yeah. If he'd lost all 3, I think it would have been very different.
Yes. No, quick draw is excellent. Just sheer damage output is ridiculous. Especially with the build Robin has with the fire control system. Effectively ends up with, like we saw with Corin Horn earlier. You get a double tap with mod on both.
Yes.
But in Quick Draw's version, she can do that next turn as well.
That is true, yes.
At the cost of a shield.
At the cost of a shield, yeah.
At the cost of a shield, but rather than at the cost of not shooting for a turn.
Yeah.
So which one is better? and I think it's quick draws.
Yeah, I agree. That was a good match, which all our matches will be going on YouTube. So what we'll do is we'll have tonight's one, the first one, which should go up. I'll try and get up tonight, if not, it'll be tomorrow. And then it'll be every day we'll have a new video up. And this weekend, if you're around this weekend, we've got a Magic stream going on. Which, if you're in the US, it's actually going to be better for you to watch that because we're streaming our midnight pre-release. So when it ticks over from Friday to Saturday, we are doing a Magic the Gathering Amonkhet pre-release stream run by George, and I believe he has John May in the stream with that and one night as well. So a Magic stream, which is unusual for us, but I'm glad. That's the only thing we can do this weekend because unfortunately we weren't able to find commentators for the Saturday game. And if you're in the area, we've got Magic, of course, as I said, pre-release all weekend. We've also got Pokemon pre-release this weekend. So we are very, very busy today. As for where he got them, I believe the template and the tray come from Kogo2. I swear by them. They're a great company. I buy all my acrylic tokens and stuff from them. Very effective. I remember I had a defect in my templates that they sent me. Essentially, their machine hadn't cut them correctly because it was minuscule, literally millimeters. And the reason I found out was because I also ordered a tray along with it. And the templates, some of the templates wouldn't fit in the tray. They were too big, and I thought, that's unusual. So I called them up and said, hello, I've just got these, and they're not fitting the tray. And they said, yeah, unfortunately we had a problem a few weeks ago about where some of our, I think their cutters, whatever, were misaligned. They sent me an entire new set for nothing. Just nothing. All free of charge. A very good customer service. I'd swear by them.
Excellent.
John and Michaela do a fantastic job at Kogo2, so so I don't mind shilling for them. But yeah, it's been a good day, and thank you for coming in, Max. You and I have really bounced tonight on the stream. We did kind of get distracted in the first game by Rebels and just talk of Rogue One and all this.
Yes.
But it was a good talk, and we're here to entertain people.
Yeah, you can still watch the match. It's happening.
It
was happening right there. It's now happening in the past.
It's happening in the past. So
which is a sentence that makes no sense temporally, but whatever.
Anyway, we're going to call it for a night, everyone.
Yes.
So thank you for joining us, everyone. We'll see you next time. The next time we'll be streaming, I believe, will actually be our May tournament. So Monday, the 1st of May, will be when which is Monday, the 1st of May. We'll be streaming our X-Wing tournament then from 11:30 British Summer Time. But if you're a Magic player, this Friday, Saturday midnight, Magic pre-release going on. Magic Amonkhet, the brand new set. And of course, if you are our normal viewer for our Wednesday Night X-Wing, our normal program will be back on the 3rd of May. Wednesday the 3rd of May. And I think it'll be me and David Lincoln in the booth here once again. Once again, thank you for joining me, Max, as my guest commentator. My name's been Elliot Baker, and I'll see you all next time. Good night, everyone, and may the Force be with you.
Night.